Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Shibu. Today, the video lecture is about preservation of microorganism through soil storage and storage at low temperature. In previous class, we discussed something about preservation of microorganism using lyophilization and storage in oil, as well as about cereal subculture. Okay, so here this video lecture is about storing the microorganism in soil, then in liquid nitrogen. Okay, firstly, storage in sterile soil. Okay, so it is mainly applied for preserving the sporulating microorganism. Most probably the spore producing microorganism can able to store it in sterile soil which is producing an endospore, okay, such as fusarium, penicillium, rhizobus, bacillus, aspergillus, penicillium, etc. can be stored in sterile soil. Then soil storage, which is involve inoculation of 1 ml of spore suspension into soil, which is autoclaved twice. Soil should be autoclaved and incubating at room temperature for 5 to 10 days. So we need to sterile the soil. Then 1 ml of the spore suspension should be inoculated on the sterile soil, and we need to incubate it for 5 to 10 days for the growth. The initial growth period allows the fungus to use the available moisture and gradually to become dormant. Then it is grow. The fungus will grow, and once the moisture is gradually decrease, it will become dormant. The bottle are then stored at refrigerator. Then viability of the microorganism, which means the fungus is around 70 to 80 years, which is mentioned. So there are three major type of storage is there. First one is the soil culture storage. This method is particularly applied for preserving the spore producing microbes, such I already said about bacillus, then penicillium, aspergillus, etc. Certain steps which is involved in doing the soil culture is spore suspension is first prepared, which may involve the use of special media, a mixture of soil 20%, sand 78%, and calcium carbonate 2% is prepared and distributed into tubes. Okay, this three should be prepared: soil, sand, and calcium carbonate in an approximate ratio should be prepared, and it should be put it in a sterile tubes, and it was sterilized for 8 to 15 hours at 130 Celsius and then cool. A spore suspension is added to a sterilized loam as prepared in step 2 and allowed to grow for about 10 days. So what we want to do it is a spore suspension of the microbes, the fungi should be prepared, and it should be poured and mixed on the soil, sand, calcium carbonate preparation what we prepared and sterilized. Okay, so the inoculated tubes which we are prepared in the step 3 are kept in desiccated under a vacuum. The reason behind this, evaporate the excess water. The tubes are sealed because we need to remove the organism after the growth. We are allowing the microorganism to grow for 10 days. Then after 10 days what we want to do is we need to put the soil containing the media in a desiccator under a vacuum to remove the excess water, because then only the cells will go to a dormant state. Okay, so the reason behind this to evaporate the excess water so that we can remove the excess water. Then the tubes are sealed. The culture tube are stored in refrigerator at 5 to 8 Celsius, which is most suitable for storing the organism. Then second is about silica gel culture. Okay, so only different from the soil culture and silica gel is we are not using soil here, instead we are using a silica. Okay, that's what the difference. A spore suspension in 5% skimmed milk is added to anhydrous silica gel in a screw capped bottle. Okay, so we need to prepare a spore suspension in 5% skimmed milk, okay, not the normal media. Then it should be added to the anhydrous silica gel. You maybe know about what is silica. Okay, silica gel is prepared and it should be added. Then it should be put it on a screw capped bottle. This is allowed to dry for 14 days. Then the cap are screwed down. Usually the bottles are stored in refrigerator. Okay, so through the storage at room temperature can be considered quite satisfactory. You can able to store it, the things in either refrigerator or room temperature also you can able to store it. The precaution to be taken is cool everything well before starting the process. We need to cool everything before starting the process. The reason behind is this heat liberation when water is added to the silica gel. So the heat liberation during the water is added to the silica gel. To avoid that, we need to cool the glasswares and other things. Okay, So it is mentioned that very good revival or obtained over several years. So even Neurospora, they stored this Neurospora for longer number of days using this silica gel culture. We can able to store the organism for several years. Next is about water storage. This is one of the simplest method of storing organism. Most probably fungus people are using. So the success was reported to store fungus culture in water. The steps which is involved is we need to grow the fungus in a weak medium in a petri dish and cut it into small pieces. You need to cut the mycelia or cut the fungus into small pieces. Small pieces, and by using the sterile technique, the pieces are transferred to a sterile distilled water in a screw cap bottle. Okay, the cap is closed and the cultures are stored preferably at lower temperature. Very easy to store that. Okay, other storage method also it is involved. We can use sand drying cultures on filter paper and paraffin. We can seal the tubes with paraffin bags. Okay, so that's all about the soil culture storage. Next is storage at lower temperature. So probably in a liquid nitrogen, we need to store the organism in very low temperature. So cultures can be successfully stored in refrigerator or cold rooms when the temperature is maintained at 4 degrees Celsius. So another method is through a liquid nitrogen. You maybe already study about cryopreservation. You know what does mean by cryopreservation. In that we are using liquid nitrogen minus 196 degree Celsius. Same thing we are using to store the microorganism. Okay, so we need to add certain protective agent, cryoprotectant such as glycerol or DMSO. We need to use it, which will prevent the cell damage due to ice crystal formation. Okay, at this temperature ranging, the metabolic activity of the microbes slow down greatly, and only small quantity of nutrient will be utilized. As you already know that due to the reducing the temperature, if you are put the organism in a lower temperature, all the metabolic pathways are arrested, so that the microorganism cannot able to grow as usual when they are doing. Okay, so this method cannot be used for a long time because toxic product get accumulated which can kill the microbe. So this is not applicable for a long time, even though we can preserve for a long time, not many years. Maybe there is a toxic generation should also possible. So it is mentioned that 10 to 30 years without changing the characteristic we can able to store it. Okay, so storage at liquid nitrogen, this method is otherwise called as cryogenic storage. Okay, it is same like that of lyophilization. It's a satisfactory method for long time preservation of microorganism. So it has been successfully with many species which cannot be preserved by lyophilization. Some of the species cannot able to preserve through lyophilization. That type of species we can able to store it with the help of this cryogenic storage. The maintenance of the microbes is done by suspended metabolism. As already know that it may be suspending the metabolism, and we can grow the we can culture the we can get the microorganism and put it in a lower temperature, the liquid nitrogen minus 196 degree Celsius, and we can able to store it. Okay, so 10% glycerol that is commonly used, or DMSO also it can used for as a protective agents. Okay, that's what it is mentioned about the storage at very low temperature or in a liquid nitrogen. So certain advantages and disadvantages mentioned here is advantage, that is it is an effective method for preservation, no subculturing is required, and the culture characters remain unchanged for a long number of years, and the ampules are not open to contamination or infection. Okay, so that's what Sarah they mentioned about list of advantages. Then certain disadvantages what they just mention here is this method is expensive, since a costly apparatus is required. Then it need a reliable supply of nitrogen, it's required. Of course we need to supply the nitrogen, maybe the nitrogen will evaporate, and there is a possibility of minor accidents since the method involve use of explosive, the liquid nitrogen, there is a possibility of explosion. That is also a disadvantage. Okay, so this is all about the preservation method. So what we are discussed earlier is about preservation. There are different techniques we are used to preserve the microorganism. Okay, so that's all for today. So remaining we'll see in the next class. Okay, thank you.